Yo, what is going on? Today we're going to be taking a look at the best settings for console Apex. Now, you guys have requested this video so many times, and I see you, so I'm finally making a settings video for you guys. So, let's start right at the top. So the first setting is interact prompt style. I haven't messed with it, I just got it on default. It's not an important setting, it just displays information about weapons on the ground. Really makes no difference. Button hints, I haven't messed with either. That's just like telling you whether the weapon's in single fire or burst fire mode. Really, I would just leave that as on if I was you. Crosshair damage feedback, I haven't messed with. You want to get hit markers. Like, you can turn the crosshair damage feedback off, but you won't get hit markers and you won't actually know if you're hitting your target or not. So I would just leave that how it is. Damage numbers, now this one is pretty important in my opinion. I think stacking is the best one. It all is down to personal preference. There's also floating and both. But with the floating one, there was too many numbers on my screen. You know, it just got messy and made it hard acquiring the target. That's why stacking is the best in my opinion. It just shows the one accumulated damage to your target. So one big number of how much damage you've done to that target instead of lots of little numbers floating around the screen. By far, I reckon stacking is the best damage numbers, but it is all down to personal preference. Now, the next bunch of settings really aren't that important. You can pause the video and just copy mine if you want, but they're all default from when the game came out anyway. Now, controller. I have my button layout on default, and I also use tap to use and reload. So I never have to hold down the button to like pick up objects and hold down the button to reload. It's tap to do everything, which I feel like feels the smoothest. By far. Crouch and aim are both still default. I haven't messed with them from when the game came out, but let's get into sensitivity. Now, this is something I have messed with and potentially I might mess with a little bit more. Now, when the game comes out, the default is this right here, 3-3. And honestly, that felt too slow for me. Now, this game, it's super important to have a usable sensitivity. Playing on a high sensitivity like Fortnite, I wouldn't suggest in this game because accuracy is everything in this game. That is the biggest skill gap. Who can hit more shots? The lower your sensitivity is, the more control you have over your aim. With the limited movement we get with a joystick, the lower your sensitivity is, the better your aim can be. And that's just simple fact. Now, some people can master high sensitivities and have decent aim on high sensitivities, but their aim would be better on a low sensitivity period. It's just proven fact. The lower your sensitivity is, the more range of motion you have and the more accurate you can be. So turning your sensitivity up too high, I would definitely not suggest because you are sacrificing and you will have worse aim the higher your sensitivity goes. But that being said, default 3 sensitivity is a little bit too low in my opinion. So I've turned it up a little bit, but I've left my ADS sense the same so I can control my ADS sense and have really good aim. Now that is my goal here, is having really good aim. So don't want to go up too high, but if I was to change it, I would go up to 5 maybe at the very most so I can quickly snap around world star people. I have no problem turning on people, I do it all the time with the sensitivity on 4-3, but I would like the hip fire sense so when you're not aimed down sights to be a little bit faster. So if you get shot in the back, you can spin around and world star someone. If you like having high sensitivities, I would suggest at the very most have your sensitivity on 6, but your ADS sensitivity a lot lower. So when you do ADS, you can still control your aim, but you got the ability to turn around and snap on people. Now, I might bump up and play with my sensitivity a little bit, but I definitely won't be going too high in this game because accuracy is everything. I've left all these settings down here on default except vibration, which I've turned off. I've just always played with vibration off. I don't need to have my controller vibrating to know when I get shot at in a video game. Field of view, now this is a really important setting in my opinion, and definitely something I would play with. If you still have field of view on default, you're missing out. Definitely, you have the ability to play with this. It does get pretty scary. I've mentioned this before. It says setting is above 70 may impact performance or cause visual issues. But honestly, I had heaps of people telling me on my video about field of view that even on its default PS4, not even a PS4 Pro, they could turn it all the way up to max field of view and have no issues. Now, I played around with it and mid-90s is my favorite. Going all the way up to 110, I feel is too zoomed out for me. but the change that it does make, it makes you feel a lot faster. If you have it on your default setting and you watch someone play on PC, you're going to be like, wow, they move quicker than me, but they don't actually move faster than you PC players. It's simply field of view, which makes it feel like they're going faster, and when you turn your field of view up, it makes you feel like you're running faster in the game. It feels super good. So I would suggest playing with it, finding something that works for you. Now, jumping across into audio, master volume I got 100, sound effects volume I have 95, dialogue volume I've turned down so I could hear the shooting sounds and in-game sounds a lot higher. Music volume, obviously I got that pretty low. Lobby music volume I have pretty low as well. Just so all the other sounds like footsteps and gunfights are louder in-game is the reason I've turned down dialogue and music volume. Subtitles off and converting incoming voice chat to text I have off. Now, if you guys want to play around with these settings, do different to me, feel free. But I've given you what I think's best and what works the best for me in terms of settings on Apex Legends. Hopefully you guys learned something new. Hopefully some of these settings can help you out and do better in Apex Legends. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to titty smack that like button. Hit that notification bell, because otherwise you're never going to see my videos. YouTube hides my videos from my subscribers. If you don't have the notification bell on, you're not going to see future Apex videos. YouTube hates me uploading Apex, and it's literally like hiding all my videos. So not even my subscribers get to see when I upload.